I guess with that being said, talking about rates, what is, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but this is always such a hot topic, and you hear all sorts of mixed messages from national media, local
Sure.
media, and nobody really has any idea at all what's going on unless you're somebody who's actually in the industry. So, uh, in
That's a great
your
point.
in your eyes, where do you kind of see the market going, in the next 6 months, the next 18 months is
Yeah.
probably even more relevant, but it's hard to predict that far out. But, what do
Yeah.
you see?
Um, right now, listening to what the Fed has to say, doesn't look like they're going to make any more rate cuts. However, that doesn't directly affect mortgage rates. So, as we saw with the rate cuts that they've made, there weren't really any adjustments to mortgage interest rates. Um, it's more on credit cards, car loans, home equity loans.
Yeah.
So, mortgage rates kind of there's a secondary market that buys and sells bonds for mortgages, and they kind of don't like surprises.
Yeah.
That's when you'll see interest rates rise or spike. Um, they kind of have an idea of what's going to happen, and that's what kind of adjusts it. So when we were waiting for uh, the Fed to cut rates in the past, that was already factored in when it happened. If it wasn't as much as they thought it was going to be, or more than they thought it was going to be, then they would react
Yeah.
either positively or negatively.
Yeah.
So my thought is we're going to kind of be in this pattern. I think for the next 6 to 12 months, anywhere from, let's say, fixed rates 0.75% lower than where they are right now to maybe a 0.5% higher. So this, but again, whoever catches a low is lucky.